Hey friends, welcome back to ME My Hook and Die. I am Betsy and I'm here for the 3-color challenge wrap up. That's right, I have finished. And while I considered going ahead and posting like a really short video to show you what I was making, life happened and I kept going, and before I knew it I was almost done. But then you can see a little peek here. I made it for my daughter and she commandeered it, so it took me a while to like retake it back into my possession to do this wrap-up video. So if you missed the first video, this is the 3-color challenge where I realized I didn't say this on the last video. 3 really well coordinated colors came out of that bag, but I would like to tell you that 8 colors were initially in that bag. There was the pink, the mint green, the purple, there was a light blue, a dark teal, a like dark cerulean blue, if there's such a thing as a dark cerulean blue, black, what else is over there, magenta, a light blue. I mean, that's 9, there was 9 colors, okay? So, don't at me for the fact that this turned out so well, because that was totally not planned. So, I'm gonna go back, and so far, I know that Marquita at Marquita Makes has done the 3-color challenge, that I tagged her. We have not heard from Ella since the flooding in Middle Tennessee, so I really hope that she's okay. The last video she posted was a week ago. We didn't get that kind of flooding here in Knoxville in East Tennessee. So anyway, Ella, if you happen to see this, I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing well and that your family's safe and all that. I also tagged Carrie at the Happy Crafty Homemaker because I knew she had a lot of stash that would be fun to pick from, and I would love to have seen that. However, Carrie has had a lot going on in life, and I kind of figured that might be a long shot. So far, if you want to see somebody else do this, you can check out Trish at the Purple Yarnivore, who tagged me, and Marquita Makes, who is doing it as well. And I tagged her in the last video, and I'll tag her again in the description of this video. So I'm going to enter the footage of me picking out the colors for this. As you can see, we had a teal, a pink, and a purple, and of all those 8 skeins, I happened to pick the 3 that I only had 1 skein of. So I was like really not sure what I was gonna do. You guys came through, so I'm gonna go look here. I'm gonna tell you all the different things that came through. So Marquita over at Marquita Makes said a virus shawl would be cute. Gretchen said, how about an Easter amigurumi, Easter eggs, peeps, maybe a monster, but cutesy. I had a lot of people say it reminded them of Easter colors, and a couple different people say a monster. I think Star said a monster. Trish over the Purple Yarnivore said, what about baby dresses? Somebody else said a granny square scarf. Barbara over on the sailboat. I'm sending you my address soon for more. I'm sending you a postcard so I can get more postcards soon. Said, how about the half circle shawl from Fiber Spider? There's another monster, a hooded scarf, somebody else for a shawl, somebody else for a shawlette. And then somebody, Teresa, I see you, said cardigan for your daughter. And I looked at these colors and I was like, yeah, this is right up Sarah's alley. Those of you who have not met my daughter Sarah on the channel, she is 8 years old. She is in 3rd grade. And even though it has been the hottest like 5 days of summer, I don't know, 2 weeks it feels like, I guess maybe air conditioning in the South, who knows? She has taken this sweater to school for the past 3 days. And Jennifer Waddell said crochet a top with it. And she was one of the first people that commented, and I was like, ooh, a top would be pretty, but like I only have 1 skein of these, so I'm not gonna have enough yarn to do that. And I really questioned if I was gonna have enough yarn to do a cardigan for my daughter. And then I popped over on Facebook on my personal page. I don't actually have like a Me, My Hook and Die page. A couple of my friends that I know are yarny people that are like personal friends of mine voted as well. So Becky over at Panfriend Knit Co., who I interviewed, gosh, almost a year ago now, I think, about her yarn line. You should check her out, Panfriend Knit Co., said, just stumbled upon this summer triangle shawl by Catherine Lee in this month's issue of Simply Crochet. And I don't have that issue, so I couldn't do that, but I'm really curious to see it. Somebody else said Easter eggs, and my new friend, Allie, and I'm gonna call her my friend, even though like we got to see each other twice at church, I think, before the corona shut it down, and I really haven't gotten to hang out with her, but I really hope so. So Allie, if you're watching this, thank you for your suggestion. She posted the most adorable cardigan from What Morgan Makes. So I'm going to show you that right here. And this pattern screamed, first off, I wanted one, and second off, I was like, I think I can do this. I think I can do this with this yarn. So before you at me, the pattern is $9.75 on in Canadian dollars, which is about like $7.50 US. And I know that you guys in the crochet yarn world seem to think that that's kind of expensive, but I come from the sewing world initially, and I really think that most crochet and knit patterns are like way underpriced for the amount of work that goes into them. And this pattern is 100% worth the money, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why I felt like I could accomplish this, because it has been not only, like, you know how some patterns will say like they're size inclusive, but then like they've really just kind of done the math, and then you have to like go 5 parentheses down the line to make sure you're doing your stitch count for your size. She has sizes extra small to 3XL, and every size has its own pattern. So it's a lot to print off, but like totally worth it. It's a 16-page pattern. But not only does she give you your own page, your own numbers for your own patterns. They've been tested. I've seen it on her Instagram. She's got lots of different testers. But she also included more math to tell you, okay, if you need to make adjustments within these sizes that I've provided, here's how to do that. And so, even though this is an adult pattern, I felt like I could make it for Sarah and for myself. So what it called for initially to get gauge was, I believe, worsted weight yarn. Oh, I was going to find this. My bad. Okay. She got lots. Okay. It was going to call for a 5.5mm hook and worsted weight yarn. And this is, I said it was Brava DK, but it's actually Brava Sport when I went back and looked. It was Premier Anti-Peeling DK. Anti-Peeling DK was the purple, and the pink and the mint green were Brava Sport Weight. And here's what I had left over. Okay, so I got through the pink and I used absolutely all the pink. I dropped down, since extra small was still gonna be pretty big for my 8-year-old daughter, who, by the way, comes up to here. I'll put a little picture of her in the sweater and another knit hat that I made. Like, I swear to you, she was under my chin at the beginning of summer. But anyway, I got through the first thing you make is the body, and I got through that, and I had like no pink yarn left, none. And I was like, okay, this is making me a little nervous. So I decided, like, I had a little bit of green, I think, left over from, anyway, I decided I would start making the sleeves in purple, and if I had enough purple left over, I would just do 2 purple sleeves and then do the ribbing all one color, just because I was afraid. That, and for whatever reason, that made sense in my head, so that's what I did. Even though the original pattern, the sleeves are a different color, the cuffs are the body color, and the ribbing is like one sleeve, and this ribbing is another sleeve. But this is how it turned out. So I dropped down to a 4mm hook for my DK yarn. But I also for whatever reason, I know this about myself. I am a super tight crocheter. It must be all my experience for amigurumi. In fact, part of the reason I decided to do a sweater was because I wanted this to take me out of my comfort zone, because already it was taking me out of my comfort zone to do like a blind pull, because I was just like, this is gonna turn out ugly. But it didn't. It worked out in my favor. And I would do this again in a heartbeat. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. But anyway, I knew that my double crochets, for whatever reason, tend to be like 2 times shorter than other people's double crochets. I think my double crochets are like the size of other people's half double crochets. And I've seen people explain to me like, oh, it's the angle you hold your hook at, whatever, like it's always short. So I did have to add extra rows, and she tells you in the pattern very clearly of, if you're making adjustments to the size, this is exactly where you need to make that adjustment to make the proportions correctly. So again, pattern worth every cent. And she does the same thing for all the other parts if you need to make adjustments. And I did on the sleeves and on the other thing is it's made in pieces. So it was really easy for me to like hold the back of this cardigan up. So like you start down at the bottom, and it was really easy for me to hold the width of that to like a t-shirt that I know fits Sarah fairly loosely. And so I could like see when I made my first row, okay, if this is the skinniest part, that's going to be plenty wide for Sarah. So it was also really easy to check the size as I went to make sure it was going to fit. Unlike, y'all, currently I'm trying to work on one of those rectangle, like cocoon sweaters for myself. Something ain't right. I'm about to abandon that and work on this for me because I was so super successful, easy and fast. Okay, so I did make a few pattern adjustments for that, and I am super, I haven't even been able to block it because I couldn't get it to take it off. And it's so cute. I mean, cropped is so in right now, and she wore it with a dress, I think, on Friday, and I was like, girl, you got more style in your pinky finger than I had at your age. So this was so fun. Thank you for everybody who voted. I will have the link to both what Morgan makes, her Etsy shop, and her website. I bought it on her website. I kind of wish I had bought it on Etsy because I have other patterns that I saved there. Same price either way. And I will link both of those, and go check out her Instagram to see all the other color combos that other people have made. I think if I make it for myself, I'm probably going to do solid colors because I don't know. I just don't see myself. Well, first off, I could probably do these colors. Anyway, that's another video for another for another time. And then again, check out Marquita Makes. She was a part of this, and I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to make this with your own 3-color challenge, that would be great. Or if you just want to do your own 3-color challenge and you want, you know, suggestions, email me, because like it was just so much fun. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. We will have to do this again. Thank you to Trish at the Purple Yarnivore for tagging me in this, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. There's not a whole lot to show you right now because I paused on my Hooked on Sunshine blanket to do this, and then I was like, I don't care that it's 100 degrees outside. I'm ready for fall. I'm gonna start myself a sweater, and y'all, it's not turning out. It's not turning out. So another vote for why this pattern was worth it, because me, who doesn't do garments, cranked this out like in 3 days. It was great. I'm gonna go for another victory soon. Anyway, I have done some other shopping. I hope to have a tutorial on the Ogo in a yarn machine soon. And otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much. It was so fun. I can't wait to do this again. Bye. Okay, now pose. There you go.
Hashtag playproof.
Playproof.